Hello my friends, thanks for joining me today. I want to create a very satisfying ambient loop. You know, something that's really simple and that you can recreate without any problems, I promise. Because this is basically the same method I described in this video. Only this time I will go really slow and I will take my time. So let's jump right into the door and enjoy. You can see that I've set up a little loop here, like 8 bars, and the tempo is BPM 80. But you know, that really doesn't matter much because all of that you can tweak however you need it. This is just our framework for now. So first let me show you the main instrument I'm using for my ambient loop. It's very simple, it's just an E-piano sound and I use the Hellion Sonic Mark I and pad sound. This is how it sounds. Beautiful E-piano, there's nothing wrong with it, but you want to make sure that you can change the attack and release times of your instrument, whatever you're using, okay? So release time, crank it up. Okay, and also the attack time. Let's go for like 70. Like 60. Oh yes. It's already sounding pretty ambient, if you ask me. Although we don't have any delays or reverbs going on right now. So let's create a part. I paint like 2 bars here. And let's write some notes. And I go with the most basic chord that I know. It's just the root note. And another root note an octave higher. And the 5th. Maybe something like this. And in the next step I will turn this short part into an ever-changing chord progression by using randomizers. And also I will make this one chord last over the 8 bars here. And then of course we will add more elements, but one step after another. Let's set up the randomizer. It's very easy here in CUBASE. We have the MIDI inserts and you can just load the MIDI modifiers here. And now I tell the randomizer to change the pitch and I go with very small numbers so that it's not totally chaotic, okay? Again, this is just a framework, you can do whatever you want. So let's go 2 half-tone steps higher and also 2 half-tone steps lower. That's enough for the beginning. And maybe we change also the velocity, make some notes a little bit quieter, you know. This depends on the moment and our taste. One word about my personal taste when it comes to ambient drones. I like my drones to be a little bit darker and also sometimes a bit scary. So I don't have problems using randomizers quite a lot and let them do what they want. But not this time, okay? Let's keep it real and also a little bit tamed by setting up a specific scale. So let's go with like C minor. There's nothing wrong with C minor. Everybody loves C minor. Let's run a little test, okay? So you will see that the chord changes every time. I don't want to go too deep into my personal philosophy, my ambient philosophy. Let's do that in another video separately. But you know, there are still so many people out there who laugh about ambient music and ambient musicians as if it's nothing or you don't need to have any skills. But you know, there must be a reason that so many skilled musicians love ambient music and also love exploring this world. And my first contact with ambient music, so that I realized that there is more than just riffs and beats and screaming vocals, was on the best progressive rock albums of all times, Close to the Edge by Yes. And yes, feel triggered. What was it for you? Let me know in the comments. And now let's continue. It's time for the delay and reverb. For the delay, I use a normal stereo delay here in CUBASE. This is how I set it up. There's pretty much feedback going on, like 80%. Two slightly different delay times and also a little bit of panning. Of course, this is always optional. You can do whatever you want. This is just my current setting. And for the reverb, I use Valhalla Massive or Supermassive because it is supermassive. And I use the Dark Matter preset, which can be found under Reverb's Massive right here. And I also changed the mix because it's in my send effects 100%. Okay, that's important. So how does it sound now? So this sound gets really quiet in the second half of our loop, but we will fill that empty space here with another part. And for that I only copy or duplicate this track so that we have the same track here, and I just maybe remove the highest note. Or maybe I remove also the fifth here to just have a bass note going on. This is for me a very enjoyable process because it's really spontaneous. I don't really think about what I want, just go with the flow. So now I move this part a little bit and make another copy. Maybe it goes here and listen again. Oh wait, before I start, I want to transpose the bass part. Like, let's go with 12, minus 12. Okay, now. Yeah, you can see what I did here. Just tweak the attack to my liking. And now let me add another element, maybe like a high-pitched little melody, blip-bim, something like this, that only appears one time in our loop. I duplicate the original part again just for the sound, but I delete everything. Or we can just move some of our notes here, make it really short, and add another one. Very basic, you don't need to come up with complicated arpeggios or something. Make it really short, and maybe we put it here, and I want to change the attack time again, make it shorter. And I think we need to make it quieter because of the short attack time. The sound is now really more like a piano sound and not so washed out like the long attack sounds. Let's go with minus 12. Okay. Okay, you can continue just like that and add more elements the same way. Just copy existing parts and change them to your liking. You also don't need to use randomizers. You can write down your own chord progression, copy the part and make the loop much longer. But I wanted to keep it really plain and simple, and also we have now an 8-bar loop going on that plays forever and ever and changes every round, okay? But there is still more we can do to make it sound more interesting. And for that I want to show you this plugin here, the FX modulator in CUBASE. I already loaded my Ambient Superpower preset, but never mind. It's just a chorus and a filter that follows this interesting curve. And no, I didn't come up with that on my own. I just used this magical button here. I only can recommend to do that because it's really fun. So let's just have a listen, okay? And now it's up to you to decide, is this only the beginning or is it already the end? Let me know in the comments, because I just wanted to do something really simple, something that I could enjoy on the spot. And I hope you enjoyed this video as much as I enjoyed making it. So maybe we can meet here again. And before you go, please don't forget to smash that like button, and also don't